Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode, I think it's 56 of the LunchBox Comics Draw Stream. We're going to be working on some more Squirrel books today. I am just absolutely exhausted right now. But I am going to power through and get some work done today. I just did a YouTube short, if you guys are following those, my health journey. And I've hit a bit of a roadblock with my diet. But I'm still on track. I haven't cheated or anything or gone out and ate anything bad. It's just I'm eating everything good, or at least I think I am. And it's not getting anywhere. So that's been very frustrating. But I'm going to keep at it because you have to trust the process. So either, I got to make some more adjustments, or there's something maybe medically wrong. All my blood tests came back good. So we'll be working on that and figuring out why it is that I can't seem to lose weight right now for like the last, I want to say 2 months. Of just eating protein like 99% of the time and like 2 meals a day, and I'm not losing weight, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, that's beside the point, and that's not why we're here. We are here to draw and to get some more Squirrel book done. So last time I was on a couple days ago, I got the first three pages ready to ink, and I got the fourth page kind of down on paper. So today I'm going to go back over the fourth page, and I'm going to do the fifth page. Yes, power through. Just keep going forward. Trust the process. It's just frustrating as hell. But we'll get through it, and we'll make it happen. So let's see here. Oh, I forgot to share the screen. Okay. Yeah, I am just exhausted. Okay, there. All right, now let me get your guys' music going. As always, like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Like if you can, that'd be great. Help with the algorithm. If you have any questions, just don't be afraid to ask. And hey, what's up, Massive? Let's see here. Dieting is so confusing. A couple years ago, it was like cut carbs, bro, and then it was carbs don't matter as long as you're overall calorie deficient. This stuff ain't easy. No, it's not. And my wife is on her back from hanging out with friends, on her way back from hanging out with friends, texting me that she wants fast food. I might just have to put my food down. Yeah. Well, like at my job, they order pizza, and I don't do it. I've been dying for some Junior's street tacos. It's a place in town here that makes amazing street tacos. Haven't done it. I haven't ordered wings. I haven't done anything bad, and I've been staying on track with maybe like one cheat day since January 1st. And I'm not losing. I lost 35 pounds and then nothing since. Like the scales have not moved for me since. So it's like I can't break the 300 mark. And I don't get any energy boost out of my diet. I don't feel any better. My sleep is still shitty. And I'm starting to wonder why in the hell did I even do all this shit? Like, what's the point? Like, why just go eat burgers? If I were to stay like looking like this and not change, then why am I eating chicken all the time and not just enjoying a burger or wings or street tacos or something along those lines? But it has to start working eventually. eventually it has to start working, because there's just no way that you eat most, like, that you like, one of those things got to work. The calorie deficiency has to work. Cutting carbs, one of those things is going to have to, something's going to have to break loose. I got to find out exactly what is wrong, and it'll eventually break loose, because it's just, you just don't eat like less than 1,200 calories a day and eat like 99% protein and not lose weight. It's just, if you're not losing weight, then there's something wrong. So I've got to figure out, is there something wrong? Am I eating too much chicken and eggs? Like, do I need to cut down the portion? Do I need to do I need to eat at different times? Like, I'm not drinking enough water? Like what is it that's causing me to not be able to lose weight, even though I'm doing all this bullshit? Like, I stopped going to the gym. I can't balance the gym and my work. So I'm just going to try to concentrate on diet, and just, my work is very physically active. Like, I carried around couches and beds today. My arms are killing me. My back is sore. My feet are sore. Like, I've just worked all day today carrying shit around. So it's not like I'm not I'm not physically active. So yeah, I don't know. It has to be something. It has to be. I don't know what it is, but it has to be something. Like, there's got to be some reason. Even though I took a blood test and all my blood panels came back good, there's got to be something going on that's causing this. So I'll figure it out sometime, because I'm not gonna fall off the wagon, because I know it's worse just to get all bloated up and crazy. I don't want to get back up to 350 plus pounds. It's just, I don't know why it's having such a difficulty this time. Yeah, it is a lot, Panda. I mean, I don't want to play the woe is me card or anything like that, but it's a lot of shit to be balancing right now. And I'm gonna do it. I'm determined to do it. I'm determined to make it work. It's just, it's dragging on me. And you know how it goes trying to balance all this stuff. But, part of me's bitching right now or ranting because I'm just tired. I'm just really, really tired. I refuse to do any of that Ozempic stuff. I absolutely refuse. To me, if you can't do it with diet, then you're kind of just you're just defeating the purpose. Like using some kind of magic pill. The problem with it is, as soon as you stop using it, if their habits aren't any better, then you're just going to go back to doing what you were doing before. So I need to learn, have the discipline, learn. It's just, I haven't been this successful on staying on course this long in my entire life, and I've never had this much problem before in my entire life to lose weight, to have it work out. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, and that's the frustrating part. Like, I haven't smoked pot since December 1st. I haven't had a cheeseburger or any kind of like negative, like bad greasy thing since like January 1st. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm trying to stay positive, but it is not easy. I know, like, when you're lifting, like powerlifting along those lines, when you hit a plateau, you need to shock your body. So you do, like, to failure lifts, and you do something that kind of shocks the muscles. And I don't know if it's the same with the diet. You know, I don't know if you need to, like, do I need, like, fast for 24 hours and just drink water? Do I need to go have a full cheat day and just kind of shock the system with some grease? But enough of all the Warren whiny stuff. Let's sure it's just some kind of plateau, and I'll get over it and be back on track here soon. Been reviewing the Void Rivals series by Kirkman, part of the Energon universe. And I have to say, it is impressive how Kirkman long form story tells. Like, he really knows how to put together complex plots over a long time period. It's very, very impressive. I was because I've been reading a lot of the Energon universe stuff, because the Transformers stuff is amazing. I highly recommend the Transformers to any comic readers out there. So me and him started reviewing the Transformers stuff, and then the G.I. Joe stuff is kind of all connected. So we started reviewing the G.I. Joe stuff, and then the Void Rivals stuff comes up because it's all part of that Energon universe. And wow, that is some of the best comic books stuff I've read in a long time, and they're doing so good. I would say, Massive, to start hitting up the graphic novels. They have 4 volumes of the Transformers out. It's well worth it. Yeah, Kirkman's amazing. Reviewing his Void Rivals stuff is really teaching me a lot about writing. Like, the way he'll drop something plot-wise, and then you won't even hear about it again, maybe even for a couple volumes. And then he's like, oh, hey, remember this from issue like 50 or 20 issues ago? Bam, here it is. And he does a really good job of balancing characters, having them stuff for them all to do. I mean, yeah, it's super, super impressive. It's like good shock value. Kirkman's like, he's dropping this stuff all over the place. And it's really amazing to read. Yeah, ain't that the truth, Panda? Yeah, Kirkman does these plot lines. They almost feel like plot holes sometimes, because it's like you're like, well, that didn't pay off. What's going? Did we forget about this guy? It's like, oh no, here it is, and it's like now super important to the story. It's like, oh wow, yeah, he does it so well. I don't know if how well he did that in The Walking Dead. I never got into The Walking Dead as much as other people did. Not saying it's like bad or anything, I just didn't get into it at the time. And, with Invincible, he was definitely doing that stuff. One storyline memorably was the astronaut who went to Mars, and then Invincible and the Guardians had to save him, and then you find out when he comes back that he's infected with one of those mind squid alien things, and then you don't hear about him again for like four volumes of the book. And then all of a sudden it makes a reappearance and you're like, oh shit, I forgot about that dude. And it's like a big impactful part that's been going on in the background this whole time. Kirkman's always seems to be thinking super far ahead with his storylines. It seems to be that way now. He might be just, not shooting from the hip, but kind of like, okay, for this issue, let's go back to this. Oh, yeah, let's work on this now. But it feels like as well crafted as it is, it's kind of like this. No, this was all part of the plan. I knew about this payoff that was going to happen much later in the story. Another great comic book series right now is all the Absolute stuff. It reminds me of when Marvel did the Ultimate thing, the Ultimates the first time, but the difference is that not all the Ultimate books were as good as how all the Absolute books are. Like Martian Manhunter's really good, Flash is really good, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, they're all really good books. I haven't read as much as the Green Lantern. I got the books, I just haven't got a chance to read them yet. And they're getting ready to add a Absolute Arrow or Green Arrow, and I heard some other stuff along those lines, but they're all consistently good books. Where the ones that I've read out of like the major, the big five, if you will, Martian Manhunter, Flash, Superman, and Wonder Woman and Batman, they're all consistently good, and I like the reimaginings of the characters along those lines. Oh yeah, Absolute Scarecrow does look great. Do not worry, Panda. You are, what's up, Ixith? All you gotta do is grab those trades, and you can catch up quick. Working on the squirrel book. This is page 4. How's everyone else's comics coming along? Oh, nice lettering to pages, working on, and message you're working on a page. It's cool. Oh, very nice, Mel. You are right there. Yeah, Ichthus's book looks really, really good. I am interested to read that one. Same thing with Mel's. Yours too, Pan. I want to see your book. Mel, do you plan to do like we should do some kind of special stream for you when you get to release or reveal the book? Hey, what's up, Gray? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, we'll do a special stream, Mel. We'll do a one, and we'll do a special premiere of your book when you put it up on Global Comix, and make it all available for everybody. And then we'll do a stream and maybe even go over it if you want, or something along those lines. We gotta get Panda back onto a friggin' social media. I think you're off all of them right now, aren't you, Panda? The indie comic circles, kind of like the circles of hell sometimes, it feels like. Oh, what a mess indie comics can be in some circles.
Neon lights on like a restless heart. City with
Um, I haven't thought about it. I mean, I'm not. I really, honestly, haven't thought about it. I pitched to AP, and they didn't seem to be interested. And I haven't thought about any other companies. I don't even know what other publishers really there are to pitch to. You know, ones that will get you into shops. I'm going to try again with some more. Yeah, that's very true, Panda. I'm going to try some more when I get the Squirrel book done. Because it's all ages and extremely marketable. But right now with Cig and Joe, I don't know. Like, my thing is, if I'm going to go to a publisher, they need to get me into shops. There's a lot of small guys who call themselves publishers, but I mean, they don't even run Kickstarters for you. So I don't know. I don't know where I would go. But thank you, Pan. I'm glad. I want to be a positive creator. I mean, I'm not always positive, and sometimes I'll rant and complain, but I want to be part of that positive crowd. But no, I haven't really thought about publishing wise too much. After what's its place with bankrupt, that distributor, oh fuck, I can't even think, I'm too tired, I can't think of the name right now. Ever since they went under, it kind of changed the landscape with publishing, with small publishers. Like Lunar, it cost $500 for the publisher to get one issue into the books that the businesses, the comic book shops get pulled from. So in order to get into previews, Lunar, the publisher, or the people have to pay Lunar $500 per book. Yeah, Diamond. Thank you, Ichthus. Ever since Diamond went under, it's a lot harder for these publishers to put books in because now it costs them more money. Lunar's not going to do it unless you pay them $500. So a company like AP has to be much more selective with what they're publishing, because right out of pocket they're spending $500 just to get one issue into previews. So it has to be able to at least be something that they want to put that investment and time into. So you know, the question begs, is Cig and Joe good enough for a publisher to even want to put that time and money into? And it's not like, I don't look at it as a bad thing if the answer's no, because it's like, okay, I'm still learning. It's my first comic book. Issue 1 looks a lot worse than issue 4. I'm learning and I'm getting better. So there will become a time where it's like I'll create something and a publisher will be like, yeah, we want to put time and money into this because, you know, it's worth doing that. Yeah, that's another thing too. You have to have a complete arc done. Now, I have an arc done with Cig and Joe, but the pacing's not great for 24-page-ish comics because of the way I did it, so I didn't think about that. Like, my issue 4 is 75, 76 pages. So if they wanted to break that up, let's say into 3 floppies, there's not really good points to do that in the comic. So there's a lot of stuff that I can do to make my comic more marketable, make the story more worth getting in there. Now, I'm not saying I need to go to generic or sell out or stuff along those lines. It's just there's stuff I got to think about, because those companies also need to be making money and need to be investing something into something that they know they can have. Now, like when Ichthys showed me the pages from his book, that's a highly marketable book. Very pro artwork, great coloring. I'm not sure how, I haven't read the story, of course, so I'm not going to comment on something I haven't read, but it's got a lot of good stuff going for it. So Ichthys has something when that arc is done, has a completed arc, whatever, 4 or 5 issues of his story, then he'll have something very marketable to hand to like an AP or to, other companies like that. Now, there are other people who say they're publishers, but they don't have... Oh, hey, what's up, Dingus? Thank you for the lurk. But they don't have access to the stores. Now, I can go around and pitch my book to stores, but comic book shops like getting from previews. That's why you don't see a lot of indies in comic book shops, because they want to get their stuff from previews. They don't want to get a comic book from one guy who happened to email them one day. So that's another thing, you have to get into shops, to get into that, you have to get into a publisher that can get you in there, to get you into previews, which essentially is to get you into Lunar, or what is that other one? Is it Penguin House? Or there's like Scholastic, but Scholastic's a whole different other beast than other comic book publishers. Scholastic publishes all kinds of stuff, children's books, novels, along those lines. Like, I think Scholastic picked up Bone. So that's one, but that they didn't pick up Bone until it was like, I think the series was done. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it was like way, way down the line when they picked up Bone. So, yeah, you have to have a lot of stuff out before you can get to a publisher. You have to have a quality and a marketability that, oh, is it a National Penguin Day? That's cool. That makes it worthwhile. And honestly, I know you have to believe in your own work, and you have to believe, you have to really push and love your comic book and all that stuff, which I love my work, but I can be honest with myself and say, hey, I'm not that good enough yet. I mean, it's okay to say that. I'm getting better. So, there's a lot of stuff I can improve on, and I can see that with the first arc of Cig and Joe. And it doesn't mean, I don't look at it as necessarily a bad thing. I just look at it as an honest assessment of where I'm at as a comic artist, writer. And I feel like I'm getting better all the time. I think this World Book storyline is a lot more solid than what I started off with Cig and Joe, and I have no problem admitting that. I don't, it's not like it's a bad, I don't look at it as a negative thing. I just look at it as a place where I have plenty of room for improvement. But for the pages that you showed me, Ichthys, I would seriously consider shopping that around to publishers when you get that first arc done and have an arc's worth of stuff going. I would seriously consider that for a publisher, because You got a good looking book there, buddy. Hell, one of the hardest reasons to get published in the indies is consistency. Can you put out your book out enough or have enough book done for them to be wanting to publish you? Hey, what's up, Emily? Because a publisher doesn't want to publish an issue like every 6 months. They want to have a consistent schedule. So that's one thing that you got to look into. Yeah, this is a really good point. Some of them even say the creator's job to market and advertise. Well, if that's the case, then what's the point of me publishing with them? Honestly, okay, I'm not trashing publishers, no, by no means. But as an indie creator, unless they're paying me to do the book, or they're getting me into Preview Magazine to get into comic book shops, there is nothing that they can do for me that I can't do myself. And that's an important distinction to make with these publishers. Like, I was approached by a guy who was trying to do publishing, and I asked him, I was like, what can you do for me that I can't do for myself? I can run my own Kickstarter. I can do my own advertising, my own marketing. And so if you're not going to be doing stuff for me that I can't do myself, or even help me do those things, then what's the point? If you're not, so the publisher can either pay you to do the book or get you into Preview Magazine so that way you can get into comic book shops. If it can't do those two things for you, then there's nothing else that they can do for you that you just can't do for yourself. Oh, okay. So is it just a one-shot list that you're doing then? Or is this like a 15-page concept? Or is it just a one-shot and then you're going to move on to something else? So this is all stuff you have to consider, because, like, yes, it would be nice if I had somebody who was doing marketing and getting my book out there and all this stuff, but if they're not going to be doing stuff for me like that and taking my workload and helping me out with my workload, so all I have to do is concentrate on creating, then I don't really see the point of getting into one anymore. Like, aside, if you're not going to get me into comic book shops, I don't really see the point of doing it. Hail Emily. Yeah, I don't see the point. Oh, okay, cool. That's how this Squirrel book started off. Was just a 17-page, essentially one-shot concept, and I liked it so much, and a lot of people started buzzing about it that I just decided to do a full book. Oh, do you want to premiere it, or are you going to keep that close to the chest, Mel? I know I'm going to be drawing. I want to do a 11 by 17, and I want to have Jet Jaguar fighting Godzilla with Mothra like in the sky, kind of in the background of the fight. King Ghidorah, very nice, very nice. That's going to be fun. I look forward to it. I really enjoy our Monday draw sessions. Yeah, that's gonna be another 3-hour stream easily. I'm not sure. Let me double check here. You said, did you send it earlier? I was at work earlier, so give me 1 sec here. Let me check. Oh, okay. Yeah, where can we read this at, Dingus? Ooh, that sounds really interesting. And the artwork looks good too. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for that and maybe wait when the first graphic novel is done. Yeah, that sounds really interesting. It's like John Wick, but it's Dracula. Yeah, the premise sounds awesome. I'm interested in that. Right. All right. Okay, so we start off with the opening shot of Longview, viewed from like an aerial view on the Oregon side to the Washington side. Here's the Rainier, Oregon Bridge. We got the Welcome to Longview sign, kind of shows audience, okay, well, this is where we're heading to. This is the Monticello Hotel, which is a kind of older motel in the town. So it's instantly a recognizable landmark for anyone from this area. And then we see a guy kind of here sweeping in the foreground. Then we got a close-up of the guy sweeping in front of the hotel with these 3 cats digging through the trash. He shoos them off. Then we see them heading down this alleyway here that Dingus is tagged as with some graffiti. And then they enter the Lake Sacagawea Park, which is the big city of park in Longview. And this here is kind of like this wooden structure that's like kind of a gateway at the park right next to the big playground area, which is kind of like the main area of the park. So these, beware the Dingus gang. The 2 cats are digging through the trash here, but the third one, he spots something, and then that's where we're going to go on here to page 5. So, let's see. Ooh, I need to check that out. I should do a LunchBox Comics reacts of that. But I still have to do my Longview Dark Market post video. Oh, nice. Much love to our boy Skunkoid. Well, there's ducks that the squirrels ride. We're gonna see here in a bit, and they have gear on. Yep.
Neon lights sound like a restless heart. City whispers secrets in the dark. Footsteps echo in the empty park, chasing shadows, falling apart. Run to the edge, don't look back. Neon dreams on a glowing track. Lost in the hope, lost in the spark. We're alive in the electric dark. Static buzzes, a signal breaks through. Skyline flickers in a glitching hue. The world's a wire, and with a fuse burning bright, nothing left to lose. Fingers trace the rhythm, the beat. Feel the pulse, it's incomplete. Run to the edge, don't look back. Neon dreams on a glowing track. Lost in the hum, lost in the spark. We're alive in the electric dark, dark, dark. Falling through the circuits of coded street. Reality shatters like a broken dream. Every spark a story, every glitch a scream. We're just pixels in the grand machine.
Do the ducks want lemonade? I don't know.
Neon lights hum like a restless heart. City whispers secrets in the dark. Footsteps echo in the empty park, chasing shadows, falling apart. Run to the edge, don't look back. Neon dreams on a glowing track. Lost in the hum, lost in the spark. We're alive in the electric dark.
Yeah, I think I 100% agree, Mel. And one of the beautiful things about this is when um it's coming out like you like I guess how you'd say like how you'd want it to. Like you have an idea, but you're not sure if you can pull it off, and then you start doing it, and it's like, oh shit, it's working. Oh wow, this is actually happening, and it feels so good. Okay, so it's kind of rough, but I'll tell you guys what's going on here. So, like I said, this cat, he notices something, and what he notices is this family of ducks and this duckling. So we already know these stray cats are hungry and they're garbage there. And this one duckling, he notices something, and it's a little butterfly, and he's out here chasing and playing with the butterfly. And then the cat, then we see the cat, he's starting to stalk the duckling. Well, here we have an overhead view of the cat, the duckling's over here, and then this shadowy figure. And then we see it's Stalker, and Stalker is a scout squirrel, so he does the scout stuff. He goes out, he's on patrol in the trees, in the shadows, and he's got fireflies with him. Well, he notices the trouble, sends the fireflies up in the air, and then they're going to do a signal which is going to alert a patrol of squirrels flying on ducks, and then they're going to come in to help rescue the duckling from the cat. So I'm trying to establish that these cats come into the park, they're hungry, they're looking for prey, for food. They see a duckling and they're getting ready to attack. And this cat's getting ready too. And the squirrels are kind of the guardians of the park. So Stalker here sends out his fireflies, and the fireflies are going to go up in the air and fly in a circle, lining up kind of like a circle in the sky. And then that's when the ducks, the squirrel patrol, with the main character and his two buddies, are going to see it, and then they're going to fly in to see what's going on and try to save the day. So that's kind of what's going on here. This is really rough, but I'll do another pass over it, and it'll look a lot better, of course. But yeah, that's what I'm going for right now. All right, page 5. Okay. Ugh. just the straight line tool. You're talking about like the the panel lines? I'm just using the straight line tool. There's a whole panel thing you can use in Clip Studio, but I never took the time to learn it. All right, cool. Thank you. Hey, Martha. Oh, okay, yeah. I have to. I'll make sure to find that dingus and share that one, and I'll make sure to link up with the collab one too. Martha, how you doing? Glad you are here. Ooh, well, I hope your pet feels better. Oh, nice work. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. It's I want to get the gist of the page on there, and it's not, yeah, like you said, so people could see if they understand it or not, or if they get it or not, and then I'll go back over it and then I'll add the heavy details. But yeah, that's exactly right, Mark. That's the plan, is to kind of to go with it, see if it works, see if people can follow, and then I'll move on to the more sharper details. Which one? Oh, the second squirrel right here. That guy. Like that. Don't point. Okay, so the dialogue here is okay. So the fireflies go up into the air. They form the circle. We see Stark, the MC, sees the circle. Then we see a shot of all three of the squirrels. And Stark says in this panel here with all three of the squirrels, looks like trouble. And then Stark says, let's move. This is talk. He says, shouldn't we wait for backup? And this is Runt, and he says, when do we ever wait for backup? And then that's the page right there. And this is page 6, so it's going to be on. It's going to be on the left-hand side as you're looking at it. So I'm wondering, should I flip all these around? Like, should I flip this around? Let's see here. Edit. Yeah, Talk's more of a skinnier, more nervous type, and he's got goggles. Son of a bitch.
City whispers secrets in the dark. Footsteps echo in the empty park. Chasing shadows.
Okay, I'm gonna change the order here. So I'm gonna put Talk right here. And then I'm gonna move Stark to here. I'm gonna put Runt right here. I'm gonna change the dialogue order too. So Stark says here, looks like there's trouble in this panel. Then Talk says, shouldn't we wait for backup? Runt says, when do we ever wait for backup? And then Stark says, let's move. Yeah, okay, that's much better. I like that order better. Let me change that on the script here too. 6, 4. Okay. All part of the comic book creating process. Getting that, figuring out this stuff. And let me make sure that there's room in Talk's panel for that. Okay, that looks better. Let me check something here. Okay, I have it on 11. How big is that? Okay. So let's go that down to 8. Why is it on that? Okay, cancel. All right, 8 in there. I'm using one called Jack Armstrong. Is the one I'm using. Okay, there we go. Oh, Joe Kubert, nice. Is it pretty good font? I gotta double check your book to see. I'm always up to using new fonts too. This was just one a friend of mine suggested who does lettering. Alright, what do you think, Mel? Cool, cool. All right. So tomorrow when I come on, I'll do the second pass over page 5 here. And the second pass over page 6. And then maybe start on page 7. Okay, so that's the plan. So Sunday night, take out the capital I for weight. I don't use cap. Okay, see, this font is all in cap, Ichthus, so I might have to pick a different font then too. I'm not sure, because this is the only font that I use, so I might have to change fonts up to try something new, because this font does have a problem with like the P's. The P's kind of look like D's from a distance. So I might try up a different font. If you guys have any suggestions, it would be great. But this font only does caps on it. It doesn't have a lowercase. So I'm not sure what everyone else is using. But yeah, if you have any suggestions on fonts, hit me up. This is but yeah, I am tired, and I'm coming up on 3 hours of streaming. Tomorrow night I'll come back on and do a second pass, and then I'll work on that kind of stuff. I'm going to take off these fonts right now. I just wanted to make sure that, or this lettering, I want to make sure that they fit. Yeah, we'll go over this again tomorrow, pages 5 and 6, and then we'll possibly work. I'm really up to any suggestions. I started lettering all my own stuff because the guy I had lettering ghosted me ghosted me over a year ago. So I had to do all my own lettering. So that means I had to re-letter my books, and I had to letter the 4th issue. So I'm still kind of new to lettering. So if you guys have any font suggestions, that's great. I just had another friend of mine who has done lettering. He recommended Jack Armstrong, and it works pretty good. I do not like a couple of the way the letters look in it, so I'm always open to better suggestions. But yeah, I'm more than willing to look at other fonts and see what you got. I know I do all my own onomatopoeia. I do that freehand, and I'm working that stuff. I'm fine with. It's just the regular dialogue fonts is what I need suggestions on. But yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll be working on a second passes of pages 5 and 6. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, we'll work on the second passes of 5 and 6, and then we'll do page 7. And on Monday, me and Mad Mill will be doing our Kaiju Art Brothers show. That's at 6 p.m. I'll be on tomorrow here. I'm going to shoot for 7 p.m. like I did today. And we'll see if we can hit it up again. And but right now, I'm going to go crash. You guys have a wonderful night. As always, be good, stay safe, and God bless. Thank you, everyone, for chatting it up and making this a fun time. Master Panda, Ictus, Mad Mel, Gray Poupée was in the chat. Hey, Art Victim, what's up? Oh, thank you, Art Victim. Yeah, I'll look more into it. I will. I'll talk to you guys more about it tomorrow. I'm just tired. I need to go to bed. I got to get up somewhat early for work tomorrow, but then I'll have Monday off, so I get to sleep in Monday. But yeah, you guys have a good one, and good night, and God bless.